Are you truly a cut above the rest, or just chasing a shadow cast by clever memes? Is the Sigma male's silent swagger the mark of a hidden genius, or a seductive trap that keeps you from real greatness? What if the lone wolf myth is holding you back from unlocking your true potential? Let's rip apart the hype and find the raw truth. Welcome to Sigma Male Community, where we cut through the noise to deliver unfiltered wisdom for men who forge their own path. Today we're diving deep into the Sigma male archetype, celebrated as the ultimate independent thinker, and questioning whether it's a blueprint for brilliance or a cleverly marketed illusion. Stay locked in because this journey will challenge your assumptions, spark your self-mastery, and arm you with the clarity to rise above the crowd. This video isn't about tearing you down. It's about building you up with the stoic strength to see things as they are, not as the internet wants you to believe. We'll unpack 11 critical points that expose the gaps in the Sigma narrative, using vivid stories, hard-hitting truths, and the timeless lens of Stoic philosophy to guide us. You're here because you value independence, resilience, and rational thinking. Qualities will sharpen as we explore whether the Sigma male is truly a genius or just a mirage. Let's get to work and uncover what it really takes to embody excellence. 1. The silence fallacy, mistaking withdrawal for wisdom. The Sigma male is often painted as the brooding loner, cloaked in silence, radiating profound wisdom from the shadows. Picture the guy in the coffee shop, hoodie up, earbuds in, observing the world with a knowing smirk. It's tempting to see this as intellectual depth, a man so enlightened he doesn't need to speak. But silence isn't a golden ticket to genius. It can just as easily mask fear, indecision, or a plain lack of something worth saying. Stoicism teaches us to master our words, not to abandon them. True wisdom isn't about hiding. It's about choosing when to speak with purpose and impact. Consider the great minds of history, Socrates engaging in relentless dialogue, Einstein debating theories with peers, or even modern innovators like Elon Musk articulating bold visions. Their genius wasn't in their silence but in their ability to shape the world through words and action. The Sigma archetype risks romanticizing withdrawal as strategy, when it's often just avoidance. A man who only observes, never engaging, misses the crucible where ideas are forged, through challenge, debate, and connection. Stoic resilience means facing the noise, not fleeing it. This isn't to say silence has no value. A Stoic man reflects deeply, listens intently, and speaks when it matters. But mistaking disengagement for depth is a trap. Imagine a warrior who never leaves his tent, claiming he's strategizing. His silence doesn't win battles, it just keeps him out of the fight. The Sigma male who equates solitude with superiority risks becoming that warrior, present but irrelevant, watching while others shape the world. The path to intellectual power lies in balance, knowing when to retreat into thought and when to step into the arena. Genius doesn't whisper in the dark, it speaks, builds, and inspires. For the Sigma male community, this is a call to wield your voice as a tool of impact, not to let silence become a crutch. Ask yourself, are you silent because you're wise, or because you're afraid to be heard? 2. The collaboration conundrum, why lone wolves rarely build empires. The Sigma male is sold as the ultimate lone wolf, carving his path without needing anyone. It's a seductive image, one man, unstoppable, building his empire in isolation. But history laughs at this fantasy. The Manhattan Project didn't succeed because one scientist worked alone. It was a symphony of minds clashing and collaborating. Apple's iPhone wasn't Steve Jobs' solo masterpiece but a triumph of teams refining each other's ideas. Stoicism reminds us to focus on what we control, our effort, but also to recognize the power of interdependence in achieving greatness. Collaboration isn't a weakness, it's a multiplier. Genius thrives in the friction of diverse perspectives, where ideas are tested, refined, and elevated. Imagine a lone architect designing a skyscraper without engineers, builders, or urban planners. His vision crumbles under the weight of reality. The Sigma's obsession with self-sufficiency can blind him to this truth, capping his potential by rejecting the fuel of collective effort. Stoic wisdom lies in knowing when to stand alone and when to harness the strength of others. This doesn't mean you abandon your independence. A Stoic man charts his own course but isn't so arrogant as to think he's an island. He seeks allies who sharpen his ideas, not followers who dilute them. The Sigma narrative, by glorifying isolation, risks fostering a mindset that shuns the very connections that amplify impact. Look at any monumental achievement, whether scientific, cultural, or technological, and you'll find a network of minds, not a single shadow in a hoodie. For the Sigma male community, this is a wake-up call. Your strength lies in your ability to think for yourself, but your legacy depends on your willingness to build with others. Don't let the lone wolf myth limit your empire. Embrace the Stoic principle of rational action. Choose solitude when it serves you, but never fear the power of a team united by a shared vision. Are you building something lasting or just guarding your solitude? 3. Origin story, a meme masquerading as science. The Sigma male didn't emerge from rigorous psychology labs or peer-reviewed studies. It was born in the chaotic digital wilds of 2010's forums, Reddit threads, and YouTube comment sections. A viral mutation of the shaky alpha/beta hierarchy. Crafted by influencers and meme lords, it's less a personality type and more a marketing stunt, designed to hook men craving a unique, rebellious identity. Stoicism calls us to question illusions and seek truth, and the Sigma's origin story is anything but grounded in reality. This isn't the work of Carl Jung or modern neuroscience. It's internet folklore dressed up as insight. Psychologists dismissed the Sigma label as pseudoscience, pointing out its lack of empirical backing. It thrives because it's compelling, not because it's true, a carefully curated aesthetic of rugged independence that sells t-shirts, courses, and clicks. The Stoic man doesn't cling to labels born of hype. He seeks clarity, cutting through the noise to understand himself without borrowed costumes. The allure of the Sigma identity is undeniable. It promises exclusivity. You're not an alpha peacock or a beta follower, you're something rarer, deeper. But this is the trap. By adopting a meme as your blueprint, you're not forging your own path. You're following a script written by savvy content creators. Stoic self-mastery means defining yourself through actions and principles, not trendy hashtags or viral archetypes. Sigma male community isn't here to sell you a fantasy. It's here to arm you with truth. The Sigma label might feel empowering, but it's a shaky foundation for real growth. Strip away the memes and ask, what defines you? Your discipline, your impact, your resilience, not a catchy internet trope. Let's move forward with eyes wide open, grounded in reason, not seduced by digital alchemy. 4. The success mirage, where's the proof of superiority? Sigma male content floods your feed with promises of silent, unmatched success. The lone wolf outsmarting the pack without breaking a sweat. But where's the evidence? Name the Sigma male who's reshaped the world solely through detached brilliance. Where are the Nobel Prize winners, tech titans, or cultural giants who thrive because they embody the Sigma archetype? The silence is deafening. Stoicism teaches us to judge by results, not aesthetics, and the Sigma's track record is suspiciously thin. High achievers, from scientists to entrepreneurs, don't succeed in a vacuum. They build networks, pitch ideas, and rally teams. Think of Martin Luther King Jr.'s galvanizing speeches or Jeff Bezos' relentless team building at Amazon. Their introversion or independence didn't define their success. Their ability to connect and act did. The Sigma narrative confuses a moody vibe with measurable impact, leaving its followers chasing an image instead of a legacy. This isn't to say introverts can't achieve greatness. Many do. But their success comes from engaging the world, not hiding from it. The Sigma male's supposed superiority often exists only in curated Instagram posts or vague YouTube montages, not in tangible outcomes. Stoic wisdom demands we focus on what's real: effort, results, and contribution. If your genius leaves no mark, is it genius at all? Sigma male community challenges you to demand proof of yourself and the ideals you follow. Don't settle for a mirage of success that exists only in aesthetics. Build something real, something that stands up to scrutiny. Use your independence to create, not to posture. Are you leaving a trail of impact or just a trail of cryptic tweets? 5. Toxic individualism, the hidden cost of I need no one. The Sigma male creed often exalts radical self-reliance, painting any need for others as weakness. It's a powerful image. But Stoicism reminds us that true strength lies in mastering our nature, not denying it. Humans are wired for connection, and rejecting this doesn't make you strong, it makes you brittle. This toxic individualism isn't just impractical, it's destructive. Denying the need for others starves your emotional and intellectual growth. The Stoic man knows that resilience comes from balance, independence tempered by connection. Think of Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, who led armies and governed an empire not by isolating himself but by engaging deeply with others. True genius leverages relationships, not rejects them. The Sigma archetype risks turning independence into isolation, a facade of strength that crumbles under pressure. Imagine a lone soldier refusing aid in battle. His pride doesn't win wars, it ends them. Real strength lies in knowing when to stand alone and when to lean on others, whether for wisdom, support, or collaboration. The Sigma's "I need no one" mantra is a fantasy that limits your potential. Sigma male community is about real strength, not illusions. Embrace your independence, but don't let it become a cage. Stoic wisdom teaches us to control what we can, our mindset, our actions, but also to recognize the power of connection. Ask yourself, is your self-reliance building you up or cutting you off from greatness? Sigmas in the wild, a moment of raw truth. If the Sigma label resonates with you, that's real. Maybe you thrive in solitude, see the world differently, or feel drained by crowds. That's not a flaw, it's your wiring. But here's the raw truth. Is Sigma a badge of authenticity, or a costume that excuses isolation and stagnation? Are you building a life of impact or hiding behind a myth to avoid the messy, vital work of connecting with the world? Stoicism demands we face reality head-on. Let's keep digging. 6. The empathy deficit. Mistaking detachment for objectivity. The Sigma male's cool, detached demeanor is often sold as razor-sharp objectivity, a mind unswayed by emotion or social pressure. But this detachment can slide into an empathy deficit, where understanding others' feelings becomes a blind spot. Stoicism doesn't reject emotion, it teaches us to master it. Empathy isn't weakness, it's a critical tool for navigating the world with clarity and impact. Genius requires empathy to thrive. Innovators like Nikola Tesla understood human needs to design revolutionary technology. Leaders like Nelson Mandela used empathy to unite fractured nations. Dismissing empathy as soft or beta isn't a Sigma strength. It's a failure to grasp the emotional intelligence that drives meaningful change. Without it, you're not objective, you're disconnected. The Sigma narrative risks glorifying emotional blindness as a superpower. But a man who can't feel the pulse of others' struggles can't lead, innovate, or build effectively. Stoic wisdom balances reason and emotion, using empathy to inform decisions without being ruled by them. Imagine a doctor who ignores a patient's pain, his objectivity fails to heal. Empathy is the bridge to real impact. Sigma male community calls you to rise above this trap. Cultivate empathy as a tool of strength, not a flaw. Understand others to lead better, create better, live better. Stoic self-mastery means embracing your humanity, not rejecting it. Are you truly seeing the world or just standing outside it? 7. The rigidity trap, when the label stunts your evolution. Calling yourself a Sigma male feels empowering, aloof, independent, untamed. But labels are boxes, and boxes confine. The Sigma archetype demands you stay detached, solitary, and defiant of norms, leaving little room for growth or change. Stoicism teaches us to embrace our fluid nature, to adapt and evolve through reason and experience, not to cling to a rigid identity. What happens when you crave connection or discover the value of teamwork? The Sigma script calls this weakness, pressuring you to double down on isolation. But real intelligence is adaptable. Think of Leonardo da Vinci, a polymath who collaborated with artists, scientists, and patrons, evolving constantly. Clinging to a static persona stifles your ability to grow into your fullest self. The Stoic man doesn't fear change, he seeks it, guided by reason and purpose. The Sigma label, born of internet hype, can become a cage, limiting your potential to a narrow set of traits. True strength lies in fluidity, embracing new strengths, confronting weaknesses, and building a life that reflects your evolving truth, not a meme's blueprint. Sigma male community is about breaking free from boxes. Don't let a label define your potential. Use Stoic principles to question, adapt, and grow beyond the Sigma archetype. Your genius lies in your ability to evolve, not in fitting a trendy mold. Are you growing or just posing? 8. The Dunning-Kruger shadow, when confidence outpaces competence. The Sigma male's quiet confidence is a hallmark, unshakable belief in his own path. But without external challenge, this confidence can outstrip actual skill, echoing the Dunning-Kruger effect. where the least competent overestimate their abilities. Stoicism demands humility, acknowledging what you don't know to grow stronger. The Sigma's isolation risks creating an echo chamber of untested self-assurance. True genius seeks critique, not affirmation. Scientists submit to peer review, athletes train under coaches, artists refine through feedback. The Sigma's solitary confidence can blind him to his limits, mistaking belief for mastery. A Stoic man tests his ideas in the crucible of reality, not in the safety of his own mind. Imagine a swordsman who never spars, convinced he's unbeatable. One real duel exposes his flaws. The Sigma narrative can foster this illusion, encouraging confidence without the rigor of validation. Stoic wisdom lies in seeking truth through challenge, not hiding behind self-assured solitude. Sigma male community urges you to test your mettle. Seek feedback, face challenges, measure your skills against the world. Don't let the Sigma myth inflate your ego beyond your abilities. True strength is forged in the fire of reality. Are you sharpening your blade or admiring its shine? 9. The rule rejection ruse, confusing contrarianism with critical thought. The Sigma male is often portrayed as a rebel, rejecting society's rules with a knowing smirk. But rebellion for its own sake isn't intelligence, it's posturing. Stoicism teaches us to question rules rationally, not to discard them wholesale. True critical thinking discerns which norms serve progress and which stifle it, navigating the world with purpose, not defiance. Smart rebels know context. Martin Luther challenged the church's corruption but built on its moral foundations. Innovators like Steve Jobs broke design rules to create better ones, not to reject systems entirely. The Sigma's blanket rejection of norms risks becoming lazy contrarianism, mistaking defiance for depth. Genius navigates complexity, not burns it down. This isn't about conformity, it's about strategy. A Stoic man knows when to defy and when to align, choosing battles that matter. Blind rebellion wastes energy and isolates you from systems that enable success. The Sigma narrative can trap you in a cycle of pointless defiance, divorced from meaningful impact. Sigma male community challenges you to think smarter. Question rules with reason, not ego. Build, don't just destroy. Stoic wisdom means mastering the art of selective rebellion, knowing when to break the mold and when to use it. Are you a rebel with a cause or just a contrarian with a grudge? 10. The motivation mirage, selling you solutions to a manufactured problem. The Sigma male phenomenon isn't just a mindset, it's a business. Influencers, coaches, and merch hawkers sell the Sigma blueprint, promising to unlock your lone wolf genius. They create a problem, you're not like other men, and sell the solution, their content, their courses, their brand. Stoicism warns against chasing external validation. The Sigma industry thrives on it. This isn't empowerment, it's exploitation. The Sigma identity is a product, crafted to tap into your desire for uniqueness. It's not about understanding you, it's about monetizing your insecurities. A Stoic man seeks truth within, not in a $99 e-course promising to unleash your inner Sigma. Real growth comes from self-reflection, not a slick sales pitch. The genius of the Sigma narrative lies in its marketing, not its psychology. It builds communities, ironic for lone wolves, by selling a sense of exclusivity. But Stoic wisdom cuts through this noise, urging you to define your own path, not by someone else's. The real work is internal, discipline, reason, and purpose, not external branding. Sigma male community isn't here to sell you a label, it's here to spark your inner fire. Reject the hype machine. Build your strength through action, not purchases. Stoic self-mastery means owning your journey, not renting someone else's vision. Are you chasing your truth, or someone else's profit? 11. Beyond the badge, authenticity as the true genius. The Sigma male label can feel like a badge of honor, a declaration of your unique strength. But true genius doesn't need a badge, it's forged in the raw, messy pursuit of authenticity. Stoicism teaches us to strip away illusions and build a life of substance. Curiosity, resilience, connection, and impact. The Sigma archetype risks distracting you from this deeper work. Forget alpha, beta, or sigma. Real intelligence is fluid, evolving, and uniquely yours. It's the scientist who questions everything, the leader who inspires through connection, the artist who bears his soul. These men don't chase labels, they chase truth, impact, and growth. Stoic wisdom lies in embracing your complexity, not reducing yourself to a meme. The Sigma narrative can trap you in a performance. Aloof, detached, untouchable. But authenticity is Messier richer. It's admitting your flaws, seeking connection, and building something real. The Stoic man doesn't hide behind an archetype. He carves his own path through discipline and purpose, leaving a legacy of substance, not shadows. Sigma male community is your guide to authentic power. Ditch the labels and embrace the work. Learn relentlessly, connect meaningfully, act boldly. Your genius isn't in a trendy persona, it's in the life you build with your own hands. Are you ready to step beyond the badge and become your truest, most powerful self? You've just taken a 20-minute dive into the heart of the Sigma male myth, and you're still here, proof you're not afraid to face hard truths and sharpen your mind. Sigma male community isn't just a channel, it's a forge for men who refuse to settle for illusions, who demand real growth, real strength, and real impact. Take these 11 points and let them burn away the haze. Question the Sigma label, embrace your authentic power, and build a life of stoic resilience and purpose. Don't just watch, act. Reflect on your path, challenge your assumptions, and start crafting a legacy that outlives fleeting trends. If this hit home, smash that like button to let us know you're in the fight for self-mastery. Drop a comment with your thoughts. What's one step you're taking today to break free from the Sigma myth and live authentically? Share this video with a brother who needs to hear this truth. And if you're subscribed, hit that notification bell to stay locked into Sigma male community's unfiltered wisdom. If you're not subscribed yet, join us now. Become part of a community of men building real power, not chasing shadows. Keep forging your path, stay stoic, and let's rise together.